Hey Days fans, welcome back. I've got some massive Salem drama to unpack today for the week of August 24th to the 28th. Make sure you subscribe right now so you never miss an update. Lexie Carver is dead. Again, the spoilers for the week of August 24th to the 28th confirm that it is time to say a final goodbye to this legacy character. After the absolute failure of Dr. Rolf's Versavix serum, Lexie's body has given out and she has passed away. Abe Carver and Theo Carver are left to plan a small, intimate memorial service for her. But the real shocker? The spoilers tease that Theo is going to lean heavily on Stephanie Johnson for comfort during his grief, while Paulina Price steps up to be the rock that Abe desperately needs. I am absolutely livid with the writers right now. Let's be real for a second. Why on earth did they bring Lexie Carver back from the dead after 14 years, recast the iconic role with the incredibly talented Nikki Crawford just to kill her off a few months later? It feels like cheap ratings bait for sweeps month, and it is incredibly cruel to the fans who have loved this character since the 90s. Nikki Crawford was absolutely killing it in the role. She brought so much grace and fire to Lexie, especially in those scenes where she ripped into EJ DiMera for playing God with her life. To just snatch her away again is a massive slap in the face to the legacy of the Carver family. I honestly believe the writers just wanted the shock value of a resurrection without committing to keeping the character around. And speaking of EJ DiMera, I honestly believe he is the biggest monster in Salem right now, and I am including Stefano in that calculation. EJ completely destroyed his own sister. He used Lexie as a human guinea pig for his twisted pharmaceutical ambitions. He knew the Versavix serum was unstable. He knew the lab rats were dying, but his arrogance convinced him he could beat death. Dan Feuerriegel is playing the villain perfectly, but EJ deserves to lose everything. He planted pills on Holly Jonas, he covered up the core seal deaths, and now his own sister is dead because of his god complex. If Abe Carver doesn't completely destroy EJ, I am going to scream. EJ has been wearing Stefano's ring and acting like he is untouchable, but the blood of Lexie Carver is entirely on his hands. Let's talk about Abe Carver. James Reynolds is a daytime television treasure, and watching him play out this grief is going to be gut-wrenching. Think back to 2012 when Lexie originally died from that brain tumor in his arms. Abe was completely shattered. It took him years to rebuild his life. He finally found a safe harbor with Paulina Price, and then the writers ripped the rug out from under him by bringing Lexie back. Now, he has to watch the love of his life die a second time. The psychological torture the writers are putting Abe through is just insane. He is a good, honorable man, the former mayor and police commissioner of this town, and he deserves better than to be a punching bag for DiMera science experiments. This brings me to Paulina Price. I know Paulina gets a lot of hate from certain sections of the fandom, but I will defend her passionately right here. Jackie Harry is doing phenomenal work. When Lexie came back, Paulina gracefully stepped aside. She loved Abe enough to let him go so he could be with his resurrected wife. She didn't fight dirty. She just walked away with a broken heart. Now that Lexie is gone, Paulina is stepping right back in to hold Abe together. She isn't making it about herself. She is just being the fiercely loyal woman she has always been. Paulina is the exact anchor Abe needs right now, and I think this tragedy is going to cement their bond forever. She is a queen, and anyone dragging her right now needs a reality check. But my heart is bleeding the most for Theo Carver. Tyler Joseph Andrews is going to have some incredibly heavy material coming up. Theo is on the autism spectrum, and stability is so important to him. He lost his mom when he was just a kid, and that trauma defined so much of his teenage years, especially his relationships with Sierra and Claire. Having his mom return to him, only to watch her deteriorate and die because of his own uncle's failed science experiment, is going to break his mind. Theo recently took the COO job at DiMera Enterprises to honor Lexie's wishes and fix the family legacy alongside Johnny DiMera. How is he supposed to sit in that boardroom with EJ now? Theo should be plotting a hostile takeover to rip the company away from EJ. Now, let's talk about the wildest spoiler of the week. Theo leaning on Stephanie Johnson for comfort? Are you kidding me? I honestly believe this is a terrible idea. Stephanie is a walking disaster right now. Let's look at her track record over the last few months. She was kidnapped and traumatized by Owen Kent. Her marriage to Alex Kyriakis is an absolute shambles because Joy Wesley popped up with Alex's secret baby, Kelsey. And let's not forget that Stephanie's untreated PTSD caused her to wake up groggy and fire a loaded gun at Joy inside Alex's apartment. She is currently facing a massive police investigation led by Jada Hunter. Stephanie does not have the emotional bandwidth to comfort anyone, let alone a grieving Theo Carver. She needs intense therapy with Marlena Evans, not a messy trauma bond with Abe's son. If the writers try to push Theo and Stephanie into a romantic pairing, I am going to lose my mind. Theo needs someone stable. Remember when Theo and Jada were going on cute trivia dates? What happened to that? Oh, right. Jada moved Sean Brady into her apartment and they are sparking up a romance. Poor Theo is completely isolated, and turning to a woman who just tried to shoot her husband's baby mama is a recipe for absolute disaster. Stephanie is suffocating under her own paranoia and guilt, and bringing Theo into her chaotic orbit is just going to drag him down when he needs to be lifted up. Finally, we need to address the funeral arrangements. The spoilers say Abe and Theo are planning a small memorial service for their final goodbye. A small service? For Lexie Carver? She is the daughter of Stefano DiMera. She is the former First Lady of Salem. She was a top doctor at University Hospital. Half the town is related to her. A small memorial service just screams budget cut. The writers better give us flashbacks. We need to see Marlena, John, Roman, and Kate paying their respects. We need Chad DiMera to step up and support his nephew. We need to see Kristen DiMera actually shed a tear for her sister instead of plotting her next corporate takeover. If they brush this funeral under the rug with just Abe, Theo, and Paulina in a small room, it will be a massive disservice to the fans and to the character's rich history. Lexi deserves a send-off fit for royalty. So, I have to ask you guys, are you as furious as I am that the writers brought Lexi back just to kill her off? And what do you think about Theo leaning on a completely unhinged Stephanie Johnson for comfort? Let me know your wild predictions in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on the latest Days of Our Lives spoilers. I'll see you guys next time.